So we talked about the difference of free versus rhythmic. Let me give an example, a few examples of some of the free forms. All right. So one of my favorite forms, free forms, I like to talk about and show a little bit about the spirit of flamenco, how the color of flamenco is so bound to the imagination of guitarists that are able to find just the right positions on the guitar that accentuate the elements that are important to bring the point across above, and to differentiate one style from another. So what do I mean by that? Let's take the form of tarantas, okay? Tarantas and mineras. Those two forms kind of work a little bit hand in hand. Tarantas, the tonality of it is in F sharp, Phrygian, okay? I mean, all of flamenco is, not all, I would say about 80% or 75, 78%, whatever that may be. A good 2/3, I would say, is in what we call an extended or so Phrygian mode, okay, which is, right? This is kind of a little bit more technical, and I don't want to go there, okay? Just on a very, very basic level to understand the sound that we right away identify with as being flamenco as opposed to, something else. But here we have these 4 chords that pretty much say, flamenco, bullfights, paella, party, right? Let's see. This is the progression that universally is accepted as being very Spanish sounding, right? Although there's a lot of Persian music that has that sound, Arabic music, Jewish music, Greek music, you name it. But for some reason, when you hear this sound, Spain somehow took the cake on that one, okay? So this is what we would call, sort of a Phrygian, but it's not pure Phrygian. It has, some extra notes there, which make it a little bit more rich and elaborate. So that's what I mean by Phrygian, okay? I'm just going to summarize it and just say Phrygian. So let's take tarantas again. We have F sharp, and we put our first bass chord here. And just listen to the kind of sound that you get with the relationship of the open strings compared to the stopped ones, the ones that are pressed with the left hand. And it has a very, very distinct echo. Okay, here. There's something about this. Something about that I don't know about you guys, but I'm hearing like the echo of a mine here. Big time, okay? Really, there's a special echo, there's a special darkness. I see like a dark purple here, A little bit of sunshine. Okay, very, very dark color. Okay, this is tarantas. And and the type of playing that is very much associated with taranta has a lot to do with the way the singing goes. Maybe one day we'll have a singer on this program or something, and we can sort of, also I'm sure you guys can just look stuff up online and hear different kinds of singing and different types of other performers, and you will notice or pay attention to tarantas being very what I would call melismatic. In other words, a lot of vocal runs. Okay, very sort of, you get that a lot in Indian music as well. Okay, it's a certain vocal technique that kind of goes up and down in very small increments of sound, of tones, and they run across. They don't just stay a long time on one sound, but they kind of run through many. Kind of scale-like things on their voices, and that's that way of making music inside this form is mimicked by the guitar a lot, So there's a lot of pull-offs, a lot of okay, this is just done to mimic the cante, okay? Basically, pretty much the same goes for the sister form of Taranta, which is Minera. Minera is in G sharp, Phrygian, I would call, you know. Okay, this is again has a very dark sound. You have that same, you know, that dissonance, the very deep kind of thing, you know. The other chords that are emanated from this style on the guitar lend themselves to sort of different kinds of tensions that you would encounter, let's say, in the key of E Phrygian, okay? A lot of open strings. Okay, so this mood is very distinct from, you know, the tonality of Soleá, of Seguiría, which again are also serious, but there's something about these two that really evoke the, you know, the echo of the mind. All right. Let's see. Let's touch on, for example, Granaína.